even greater consequences now with Jeff being injured. We don't know exactly what Bill Superstar Dundee walks into the studio. So the winner of that will be the #1 contender. Bill, I saw you a little bit earlier. Didn't know you were going to be out here on television with us. I thought you were just dropping by to say hi.
Well, I was. Then I got to thinking about it. Just like Lawler says, they come up to heaven to say, "You got any wrestling tickets?" Well, you know what they say to me when I walk down the street in Memphis? "Where you been, superstar?" Well, I'm out here to tell you, and that's why you look a little squeamish, because you usually tell the truth, Lance Russell.
Okay.
And howdy doody
Bill,
over here.
Bill, we can do this again another time.
Oh, no.
You know.
We're going to do it today, brother. I drove by today to do it today because it's been bothering me since September the 8th in Ripley, Tennessee. You know what they said to me? I caused an altercation in the dressing room. Well, it takes two to do that. So, okay, this is the wrestling business. That's what it's all about. So we get nose to nose. But it's all Bill's fault come the 9th, because when I got here to this TV station, you was here. Mr. Coffee comes running up to me and he says,
"Bill, please, let's not get into that. This has no place
No.
here."
All you folks that they want to hear it, or don't you? Yeah, right. Okay, so Mr. Coffee runs up to me and he says, "Randy Hale wants to talk to you." Oh, I figure, well, you're down in the production room, that's what you do. So I go down there. Who's there? You, Dave Brown, and Corey. And what do y'all do? Y'all get up and you leave. And you know what Randy Hale does?
I wish you would right now. We'll finish this and talk about it after. Hey.
You know what Randy Hale does?
Come on.
He looks at me and he says, "Bill, you are fired." I said, "On what?" He said, "You are fired." I said, "Why?" He said, "You know why. Hey, brother, it takes two to dance. It takes two to do a lot of things, and I never done it all by myself. But they fired me. 20 years I've been around here, blood, sweat, and tears, and they keep Brian Christopher. The only thing he does, he goes, ah, and he thinks he's great. Then you got PG-13. Yeah, one of them's my son. They got stupid shorts on. They got sneakers on. Couldn't beat their way of a brown paper bag, and they fire me. No, sir. So, and you was in on it, because you could have come.
I wasn't in on any of it, Bill, and I think it's very inappropriate. As long as we've been around together, you come out here and start this stuff, Jamie.
Hi, Lance. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm glad to see you. How are you?
I'm glad you finally woke up, walked out here with that wolf you need to team up with your old dad. How are you?
Well, no, wait.
Huh?
First of all, I didn't come out here to team up with you. I come out here to tell you that what you're doing is embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing me, J.C. Ice. I don't want to be your partner, not that you're the greatest wrestler in the world, because I don't want to ride on the Dundee name. I made a name as J.C. Ice, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right, my boy, I made a name as J.C. I didn't want to be Jamie Dundee for the fact of they would say he's where he is because of Bill Dundee, and I did not want that, Dad.
Well,
That's all.
Well, whatever way you want it. I got you in the wrestling business, and talk about being embarrassing. It took that idiot that you drive up and down the road with till he was 22 to get a driver's license. It took him 8 times to drive out
Don't
drive
start that stuff.
And you're telling me how embarrassing it is? He couldn't get himself lost in UK.
But you wasn't even scheduled to be here today, man. And then you come out here, man.
This is...
Sit out here talking about somebody not having a driver's license, somebody getting fired. Yeah, you're right, you got fired. And it wasn't just nose to nose, Bill Dundee, and you know that. It had something a little more to do with just nose to nose, didn't it? Yeah, they fired you because of what you did. And I shouldn't be out here talking about this on the air. Yeah, we'll let Dave Meltzer tell everybody about it in the sheets. That's what we'll do. Yeah, Bill Dundee, you got fired. That's right. I didn't. I don't like you, and I hate your guts, and it ain't nothing. Hey, look, this guy don't care about you. This guy don't care about me. He don't care about himself, man. You don't need him. Get out of here, man. Come on.
Well, I'm telling you, Bill, already it's just what I said. You end up stirring up trouble now. You knew you come out here in the name of truth, and you get yourself right into the middle of a problem.
Well, let me ask you this, brother. I never even got a trial. By the time I got there, they just said you're fired. So we got nose to nose. So we do whatever. But it don't make no never mind, Lance. It takes two to do whatever it is you do. And they should have fired the other guy as well as me. In fact, they shouldn't even be here. You're out here talking about 10,000 people the last time you was at the Coliseum.
I know what you're talking about.
None of them ever drew 10 people to come see them. I'm the guy that did it around
You're sitting here talking about things that ended up that have no business being talked about out here, and you got to come out here and start bringing all this stuff up. We don't need that kind of conversation. Oh.
King, thank God there's somebody out here to see the light and tell all them people what it's all about.
Well,
I don't know if I've seen the light or not, Bill, but I've seen the fact that you've come here today uninvited. But now I'm not going to make a big deal out of it because some of the things you're saying are right, but Bill, some of the things you're saying are not right. So probably the best thing that we could do, I mean, hey, you're right in the fact that Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler, you know, hey, we were a great tag team. We've been on both sides of the fence. We've had some big battles against each other too. But that's, you know, that's water under the bridge. This stuff about Wolfie D and JC Ice, that's a whole different story, and I don't think, I can't say that you're right coming out here and talking about it. Why don't we go, you and I, let's go to the back, and we can talk about it back there.
Sounds like a very good idea. Bill, we're always glad to see you, but not in the middle of a show out here.
He knows what's going on, and he saw the light, brother, and he knows what's right.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Okay.
There to win any popularity contest Wednesday night, I'm going to be in there to win the title. And I'm going to tell you right now, no matter what it takes, no matter what I have to do, I'm going to do it, brother.
You don't often make those kind of promises, as you said. And here comes Bill again. Bill, I had hoped we'd gotten this all straightened out.
So let me ask you, you know what the word hoodwink means?
Yeah, I think I do, Bill.
Well, I just got hoodwinked, you know, by him. What did he say when he come out here?
What are you talking about,
He said, we'll go to the back and we'll talk about the situation.
That's right.
He never said a word when we got back there. He just said, nice to see you, Bill, and off he walked. Now, I ask you. Now, another thing I'm going to ask you.
No, let me tell you something.
Oh, no.
The reason that he did that was because he knows it's inappropriate for you to be out here discussing dirty laundry.
We got nose to nose and I got fired. That's what it was all about, and that's what it's all about now. I would like somebody to go fire the other two guys that got involved, not just me.
Look, Bill, why don't you quit talking about that? As Lance has tried to tell you, and everybody's tried to tell you, and that's why I came out here. This is not the time. It's not the place. Now, that's been your problem here, Bill. Like you said, you know, we've been on both sides of the fence, and that's exactly why. It's because of your mouth. You run that mouth, and you let that mouth a lot of times make promises that your body can't keep. And what you also do is you run your mouth so much that half of the guys in the dressing room can't stand you, Bill. Now, the fans see Bill Dundee, Mr. Nice Guy, that comes out here, tries to be nice, tries to please everybody, but they don't see you when you're back in the dressing room trying to tell all the other wrestlers how great you are. Now, you certainly don't endear yourself to them, and that's where you got into trouble to begin with, and you shouldn't be out here talking about it. That's why I came out to get rid of you.
All right, well, seeing we got all that off your chest, let me get this other thing off my chest. How can you have a 10-man match for a belt that I ain't in? How can you really do that? I've whooped this guy more times than anybody.
Well, you want me to give you the simple answer is because you don't work for this company, Bill.
All right,
simple
and that was politics. I'm going back to where I get treated with respect. Ozark Mountain Wrestling. Burt Prentice, at least if he tells you something, it happens. And he got fired for the same thing. You got rid of Burt Prentice because you got jealous of him, said he stole the belt off you. Now, here's the other thing. When I beat you for the belt, I wrestled some idiot from the WWF. Tommy Rich runs out, drops me on my head. He climbs on top, and they said he was the winner. So I come to the back. I said, Mr. Eddie Martin, give me a rematch. He said, there was no rematch contract.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you got to wrestle Razor Ramon, and I didn't. Everything that happens around here, you can get done, Kingfish. You got that match right out from under me. Now put me in this one.
Bill, it's done. It's a 10-man match, and that is all there is to it. You're not working for the company. Look, we'll talk about this, I promise you, as long as you want to after the show is over with. But we've got a lot of matches. We've got a big main event. Thank you very much for being out here.
You're not in it. You're not in it.
All right. Well, just before I leave, I used to have a lot of respect for you. I used to have more respect for him, I guess, than anybody else. But you know what I do to people I got no respect for no more?
I have... Oh... Well, in a typical tactful way that Bill Dundee handles most things, he comes out here and spits all over. Jerry, I'm sorry about it, and that is the way that goes.
Now, let me just say this. Bill Dundee, you want to be out here on this TV? Get your ass back out here right now, pal. I'm telling you right now, get out here. No, hey. Come on, you want to spit on somebody? You want to be involved in a match? You got a match, me and you, Dundee, so come on back out here right now.
No,
If he thinks he's going to spit in my face and get away with it, Lance, I'll kick his teeth out, I'll kick his false teeth out, and I'll kick his butt all the way back to Australia. Get out here, Dundee.
I don't blame you for being mad. Yeah. Thank you, Randy. Let's get this thing back on track.
Get out here.
Can I talk to you in the back?
No, you cannot talk to me in the back. You can talk to me right now. No, you can get Dundee's butt right out here right now. And you can, I'll tell you what you can do. He wants a match. You can make a match. Now, I don't care about the 10-man match. You can make a match. Me and Dundee, make it. Right now, he wants it.
I know you're mad about him, but calm down and listen to me.
He ain't gonna spit in my face, Randy.
I
He'll
understand.
get away
Listen,
with it. What's the match? Make the match.
Listen to me. After that Ripley, I spent all night long deciding on the situation. We got to TV. Bill Dundee is not employed by this company. He doesn't work here. He's never going to work here. He was suspended, and I'm not going to add the match. Bill Dundee's not going to work for this company again. Eddie Marlin agreed. Jerry Jarrett agreed. And, Jerry, you understand we can't allow things like he did.
No, why don't you just do this?
Condone
Why don't you hire him back for one night, me and him, then you can fire him again.
I'm telling
No, you won't have to fire him again because, believe me, when I get through with this little scrawny butt, you won't ever worry about seeing Bill Dundee again. One night, hire him back.
I am not going to. We'll have to get a contract. We'll have to pay him. And I'm not going to do it, Jerry. Nothing against you, but Bill Dundee is not going to be on any card I have anything to do with. He's disrupted this whole TV. He spit at you, and he's...
Yeah,
he's
no
nuts.
lies. So that's it's no big deal to you. He spit on me, and I ain't going to let him get away with it. I'll tell you what. Hey, Dundee, if you got the guts, why don't you just show up Wednesday night? We'll make it. Don't have to be a sanctioned match. He don't have to work for USWA. After all the other matches are over, Bill Dundee, I'll walk out to the middle of that ring in the Coliseum. Have you got the guts enough to say that you'll walk out there? You don't have to pay me for the match. Don't pay Dundee for the match. You got the guts, Dundee? You want to spit on somebody? Show up down there Wednesday night. If you got any guts, after all the other matches are over, I will kick your rear end, like I said, all the way back to the land down under from where you came, you little sawed-off runt. Has he got the guts? Will he show up?
I don't know. I'll go see. I just don't want him to get... I'm sure you understand, too. I don't want him to get a dime from this company.
Hey, Dundee, you want to prove yourself? You say you can whip the king anytime you step in the ring with him? Come on down. No money involved. You still ain't working for the USWA. This is just me and you. This is just personal, pal. Have you got the guts, Dundee?
Okay, well, Okay, yeah, check. I haven't seen the king that mad in a long, long time. We're going to take time out. We've got still a big show. It's going to be set up. Now, I got to tell you.
For a man that doesn't work here, he's sure been around a lot today.
Bill, I got to tell you, our hospitality's getting thin out here. We've got things to do. We still got a main event.
Hey, does Lawler think I have nothing else to do on a Wednesday night except hang around here to come down and fight him?
Hey, well, you're the one that came out here and said, I want to
come out here to do. No, I came out here to get something straight and why we got fired. Well, let me tell you something, Lawler. I got a prior obligation to the Sportatorium in Jonesboro Wednesday night, and I'm going to have Bert Prentice put me on early, and then I'm going to get in my car, and I'm going to drive down to the Coliseum, brother. And it's going to be you, and it's going to be me. And you know the first thing I'm going to do to you when I get in the ring? I'm going to spit right in your face again, punk, because I used to have a lot of respect for you. You're right. You used to be the king around here. Well, we ain't getting paid. We're doing it for free, and you're... Here we go again. I ought to hit you right in the nose because you who's fired me.
I'll have you thrown in jail if you hit me. Bill Dundee, you come out here and screwed up the whole show, but one thing that I would like to do, I'd like to see you Wednesday night at the Mid-South Coliseum get your butt kicked by Jerry Lawler. That's what I'd like to see. And let me make this perfectly clear. He made the challenge. You apparently just accepted it. But I'm telling you, you don't work for this company. You'll never work for this company, and you will not be paid for that match. I promise you.
Bert Prentice was right about you, you punk. He said I should have knocked you out. It would have been worth going to jail. Well, you just tell Kingfish, brother, I've accepted his challenge, and if you come near the ring Wednesday night, I'm going to beat your brains out.
All right.
I'm not sanctioned. That ain't gonna work.
We got it, but it is added to the card down there, a non-sanctioned.